morning from Los Angeles, California, United States of America. I'm Kaya Redford, and I want to welcome you to a dream to bring this world together. I woke up this morning and was just inspired by people, by all of us, and having a conversation with my friends in Pakistan and how they're struggling and how they want to reach us, how they want to connect to us. There's people all over the world that are yearning to become one, to become love, to unite. And there's this other conversation, this fear-based conversation of people that are conflicted and arguing and fighting, and it's just madness. And I woke up this morning and thought to myself, what a dream for us to bring this world together. The idea that we decided to put a man on the moon, and we did it. We now have Elon Musk and Richard Branson working on the galactic thing. The goal is to put a man on Mars. We put so much time and energy and money into these things, and we're going to do it. We're definitely going to be on Mars. Right? There will be, not too long from now, a colony probably on Mars. And if we can do that, if we can do all these crazy technological feats, then we can bring the world together. We're uniting. We can bring the world together in love. And so that's what this is about. I ask people always, where does the air that I breathe start and the air that you breathe stop? It doesn't. It's one air. The air that I breathe, the air that you breathe, it's one air. Just like us, we are one. We're one mankind. If I'm a drop of water in the ocean and you're a drop of water in the ocean, where does that drop of water that is me start and that is you stop? There is no start and stop to the drops of water in the ocean. It's just one ocean. It's one kind. When we went to Brazil last year and we talked there and we had this massive transformation there, the feeling was just unbelievable. The feeling of connection. I spent many years in my childhood traveling. My parents, my dad was a petroleum engineer, my mom was a housewife, and my dad traveled a lot. So I got to see the world. And so maybe that's where this comes from. So the goal here is for you to invite your friends. There's no agenda here other than simply bringing this world together. And so I invite you to invite your friends. I invite you to post in here conversations that you have with people around the world, bringing the unity together, bringing the love together, and getting this world on the same page. Because at the end of the day, yes, it seems like we're different. Yes, it seems like we have different countries, different languages, different cultures, different religions, different cultures. But at the end of the day, we're all exactly the same, right? We're one being. There's one thing. If we zoom back out from another planet and we look back at us, you see this ball. And there's a story about the astronauts that landed on the moon and the emotional impact they had when they looked back at Earth and they saw this little ball called planet Earth suspended just in the middle of nothingness. They were moved to emotion and they began to cry. Why? Because at the end of the day, you see that we're all on this one little ball. We're all one. And so I invite you, I invite me, and I invite all of us collectively together to start a new conversation, which is, let's bring the world together as one. Let's honor and respect people's choices and decisions, what religion they have, what culture they have, what language they speak, what belief system they have. Let's honor and respect each other's model of the world, and let's accept each other as one, and let's unify and come together as one. And then we can solve the hunger. Then we can solve the discrimination. Then we can solve the human trafficking. Then we can solve the poverty. Then we can solve all the other issues when we have a healing in which that we all become one. So I invite you to invite people to this group. I invite you to take this group as your group. Not my group, not anybody's group. It's the world's group. Post your comments, do some live videos, do a video, talk about people that you have around the world that you love, that you know. Talk about everybody else around the world that is your brother and sister, The goal is here that we realize that everybody on this planet is your brother and your sister, and we are all family. And family takes care of family. We don't leave anybody without. How good, how satisfying is it for one family member to be eating, another family member to be hungry, right? It takes away the joy when you know that someone else around you is suffering. There's one thing that we've learned, and that is that the subconscious mind, which some people haven't studied much about or don't know much about, the subconscious mind takes everything personally. Meaning that when you attack someone else, you're attacking yourself. You notice that when you attack someone else, you feel bad afterwards because you take it personally. When someone else is suffering, unconsciously, we're all suffering because at the end of the day, we're all connected and we're all one. So the goal is to get around the world to help people come together in a more unified conversation. And then we as the people can help change the political mind. Right? But at the end of the day, we're the people with the power. We're the people with the choice. We have the power of the vote. And how do we do that? We bring the world together. So I invite you again, post comments, do a live video, really reach out to your brothers and sisters around the world, and let's start a new conversation. And not a conversation that's based around a lot of fear and prejudice and worry and anxiety about our brothers and sisters. When we all bleed the same blood, we all breathe the same air. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. In the space of love, you remove all fear, right? Fear is an absence of love. And so when we talk about our brothers and sisters, we're talking about us. We're talking about all of us. I invite you to invite your friends to this group. And I invite you to do some videos. I invite you to post comments about this. What it is for us to come together as one kind. And at some point when we land on Mars, we're not going to be this divided, hateful species that is attacking each other and then going to Mars. Like we're taking our problems and we're going to take those problems and we're going to populate the universe with those problems. That's ridiculous. When is now the time for us to get our act together? When is now the time for us to be who we are designed to be, which is love, loving to one another? When is now the time that we do that? If we can put a man on Mars, then we can certainly take care of each other at home. I love you, my friends, and I will see you soon. And I look forward to seeing you clicking invite to everybody to this group. The goal is to have 1 billion people in this group, and the goal is this group is to be about connecting all of us, becoming brothers and sisters. What would it feel like for you to meet someone in Pakistan or Afghanistan or Iraq or Egypt and have that person become just like your brother and sister in your family? What would it mean to you to be connected to everybody on this earth? What would it mean to you to have a family? There are people who are homeless. What would it mean to that homeless person to have a massive family? What would it mean to you for you to have this support? What would it mean to you to know that when you look over your shoulder, you see a world of love, unity, harmony, safety? What would it mean to you to wake up in the morning or to go to sleep at night and feel safe? What would it mean to you for your children to be safe? What would it mean to you for you to be happy and for everybody around you for you to be happy? What would it mean to you for you to be surrounded by love and happiness? So when people ask, what do I gain from this? I'm not altruistic. What do I care about the world? I only care about my own bubble. I only care about what affects me. Well, at the end of the day, it all affects all of us. Make sense? So I invite you. We have a group called A Dream of Bringing the World Together. You've joined the group. Add your friends and let's start a new conversation. I love you, my friends. And thank you for everybody joining today. See you soon.